What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. We are at home. It is the previous night before we hit the road. We've been at home for the last 7 days, really focusing on A, relaxing because we've been on the road for 3 months, and B, working on the business behind the scenes. But it is Thursday night. It is 7:30 at the moment. My wife is just about home from work, and we are gonna have a dinner, and then I'm going to bed because I have to be up at 3 a.m. tomorrow. We are hitting the road. We are heading from Hudson, Florida to Chicago, Illinois, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, drop on Monday. We actually got a little bit higher of a rate due to an extra stop in Atlanta, but we're looking at $18.50 for this load for about 1,000 miles. So with that being said, get ready for today's vlog. Grab yourself some popcorn, maybe a snack, and let's hit the road.
Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I get let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah. They getting nervous, I seen it. What I seen, you wouldn't believe it. They said they wanted, I need it. Damn.
All right, guys, it's 3:30. Trying to be quiet because the wife is still asleep. Didn't sleep very well last night because after being home for a week and then having to get back on the road, you know, there's a little bit of just a little bit of sadness, a little bit of anxiety getting back on the road when you know you're going to be gone for a little bit. So didn't sleep very well. Only got like 3 hours, but hey, that's the life of trucking. So about to get this breakfast and hit the road.
Might need retribution. I'ma always bounce back like a Wilson evolution. Where's the execution? Need direct solutions. People looking like they're doing shit's the best illusion. Why you keep on doing that? Seen them get the slightest of attention. True intentions have them moving like a sewer rat.
All right, so it's about 7 o'clock. We made it to our pickup. This is the 4th time that I've picked up from this location. The very first vlog that I ever put on this channel, which is from Hudson over to Colorado. So these guys are awesome. They always get me loaded, get me organized, and get me out the door in a good time. So currently in Hudson, from here we have a stop in Atlanta, which is where we'll be stopping tonight, and we have 7 hours from here to Atlanta. So we're gonna get loaded and then 7 hours up to Atlanta where we're stopping for the night. You wanna talk about a light load. This is going to Chicago. And this is going to Atlanta. This is it. All right, so we're loaded up, we're good to go. So we have about 7 hours to Atlanta. So we should be there sometime between 3 and 3:30. I don't have to take a break because we've been sitting there for about an hour. So we only have 7.5 hours. Break is required after 8, so we can go straight through. So that's the plan, straight through. Let's get to Atlanta. So if you guys watched my video that I posted, one of my first videos that went out, I talked about how I book loads while on the move. And I just used that exact same strategy to book a load. So if you guys have not checked out that video, I'll link it right up here. You guys can head on over and check out and see how I book loads while on the road. But we're going to be in Chicago Monday morning. So I was able to get a load from Chicago to my former home of Groveport, Ohio. I used to live in Groveport before Sam and I moved down to Florida. When we lived in Ohio, we lived in Groveport. So we're actually going to be visiting my old stomping grounds, and I'm also going to be spending the night with my in-laws. So that is awesome. That's always great when I can spend time with family and see people while out on the road. So that load is about 415 miles, and I was able to get $650, which is over $1.60 per mile, so definitely a pretty good load. It is a pick at 10 a.m. and a drop at 7 p.m. So it's literally one day in, out, and we're done and dropped. So that's how I like the loads to go. So now we're going to be searching for a load out of Brookport on Tuesday. So we have been downright hauling. We are about an hour and a half outside of Atlanta. We know we're going to hit traffic because it's Atlanta, and every single time, no matter the time of day, you hit traffic. But currently we're in Warner Robins, and we're at my favorite place. As always, I've said this in the videos before, if you drive a box truck, Buc-ee's is the place to get fuel. It's so cheap. This morning I paid $3.70 when I filled up, and here it's $2.99. So Buc-ee's is always the place to get fuel. But with that, we're filling up, and then we'll have an hour and a half to get to the drop. Drop doesn't have to be there till 5. We're going to be there around 3:45, so we will be just fine. But regardless, I want to get it there, get dropped. I have not had anything except that omelet that you guys saw I had this morning at like 3 in the morning. But I want to get there and get emptied for the day and call it a night. So I'll get dinner tonight wherever that is. So in the meantime, I'm going to finish filling up here and then on the road to the drop in Atlanta. As always in Atlanta, we have been in traffic now for about 45 minutes to an hour. We're only about 25 miles away, but we still have an hour to go. Well, I just had the craziest drop-off that I've ever had by far, and it's such an insane story that you probably won't even believe me. I'm actually just going back and forth right now with the guy who unloaded me. I thought I was going to get shot. And I thought I was going to get run over by a car. Almost got run over by a car. Atlanta is like New York City, right? It's like Los Angeles, like when you're downtown. It is tight. There's nowhere to go. So I'm on the phone 5 minutes before I ever get to my drop. Now, I knew this was going to be a tight drop. I knew it was going to be, tight quarters. I already knew that. I'm at Golden Corral. I'm going to go eat. I have an absolute massive headache. I haven't had any food since 3:30 this morning when I had that omelet. It's 5 o'clock. I have a huge headache. I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to come back, and we'll continue this story then, because I literally can't even talk without my head feeling like it's going to explode. All right, so it's like 3 hours later. This was the solve to my problem. I had just a horrendous headache. I went to Golden Corral, ate like 5 plates, including took some like Vanquish, which is like aspirin, and I just could not get rid of my headache. And I was like, you know what, there's a Starbucks like a mile and a half away, so I came to Starbucks, got this, walked around the bookstore, walked around Walmart, and I feel 1,000 times better. I was feeling absolutely horrible. So back to the story. So you got a right of way, you got parallel parking, you got parallel parking. It's all one way, parallel parking, parallel parking. So 5 minutes before I got there, I called my guy who I'm dropping with, and he's like, all right, stay on the phone with me and I'll tell you exactly where to go. I'm like, cool. Long story short is, I get there. He's like, all right, just park right here. So there's 3 lanes, parallel parking. He's like, park in the far left lane, put your blinkers on. He's like, it'll take us less than 5 minutes to get unloaded. I was like, okay, cool. So we stop, talking to him, we're starting to unload already. Now, mind you, 1 foot by 1 foot is what these boxes are. There's square boxes. There's 5 of them. 5.
That is it. They literally are like this big. There's 5. So they're in the back of the truck on a pallet, wrapped in saran wrap. And a second I open the back and the guy grabs the first one and his partner grabs the other one, this gentleman comes out screaming, you know, move the effing truck, get the F out of here, I gotta get the F out of here, move your white blah blah blah, I'll let you fill in the blanks. Very racist, making all these comments. And the guy who was unloading me, real big burly guy, huge beard, he's like, hey man, he's like, we will be out of here in less than 5 minutes. And this guy's like, I ain't got 5 minutes, mother effers. Get your asses out of here. Don't you dare park and block me in. I need to get the F out of here now. Blah, 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 blah. So this goes on for 2 minutes while we're just grabbing these boxes and trying to get them unloaded off this pallet that's all wrapped. And guy's grabbing his waistband. And right before the last one, he's like, oh, hell with it, I'll get out of here myself. Gets in his car and tries to like finagle his way. Mind you, my truck is completely blocking him. There's no way he can get in or out. And he's trying to hop the curb. He's like practically destroying the rear axle of his car, backing up over the curb. And then I finally hand the last one to the guy. We get the paperwork signed. I shut the door. I throw the lock on. I'm about to get into the truck and leave. And he whips around trying to get out still, and he almost hits me. Missed me by this much. And I yelled at him, I'm like, yo, like you almost hit me, like just stop. Like I'm literally getting into the truck, just wait another 5 seconds. And he didn't like that. He got out of the truck, or the car, you know, you mother effer, like get the F out of here, and grabbing his waistband. And then my guy, the guy who helped me unload it, he started getting physical with him and like getting him out of the way and just move back, like get the F out of here. I just got in the truck and I left, and that was the drop. I thought I was going to get hit by a car and potentially shot. And that is downtown Atlanta for you. Well, we are looking for parking because near downtown Atlanta there are no truck stops and no good places to park. So we're back on the road under PC trying to find ourselves a good place to park tonight, trying to find a truck stop or a rest area. But of course, when you're near Atlanta, this is what you can expect. All right, so we're going to end tonight here, day 1 of this journey. It is exactly 10 o'clock. We started today at 3 a.m. when we woke up. Obviously, we've been off the clock in about 4 o'clock, so I haven't been on the clock this whole time, but I did have to drive almost 30 minutes on PC just to find myself a place to stop for the night. There was like nothing around downtown Atlanta, but found a spot currently in the driver's lounge at TA. So gonna edit this video, got a few things to do, emails to respond to, and from here, crawl into bed, call it a night, wake up tomorrow, and get ready to go. Good morning, guys. It is an absolute beautiful day. We're in Cartersville, Georgia. So last night was awesome. Was in the driver's lounge last night, as you guys saw, and I got my entire video up to this point edited, which was awesome. I had a 3-hour conversation with 2 other guys. Well, most of the time was with one other guy, and then another guy joined in at the end. But we ended up sitting there. I got in there about 10, and we were in there until 1 a.m. talking. It was just a great talking about one of the guys there is from Ohio, which is where I'm from. He's from the same place that I lived, where I grew up, where I went to high school. He's from the same place. So we were talking about that for a while. And then we were just talking about trucking and being on the road and talking about my business and what his plan is and his goal. And he was 61. So great conversation. Came back last night, went straight to bed, slept incredible last night. Just put the window shades up you know, we're obviously at a truck stop, so there's trucks everywhere. It was very comfortable. Got about 7.5 hours of sleep. Woke up this morning about 9. Walked across the street because where I'm at TA, there is an IHOP, and I didn't feel for IHOP. I always like McDonald's breakfast, and they're pretty cheap, which is always a great thing. So ended up walking from IHOP, or from here over to McDonald's, got myself a good McDonald's breakfast, got everything planned out for the final leg of this trip to Chicago. We're about 10 hours away. So with that, we're about to hit the road, head on up to Chicago. We have a Buc-ee's in 15 minutes. We're gonna stop there, top off, because we have 3/4 of a tank, but of course, with Buc-ee's, it's always a great place to top off. So we're gonna top off, and from there, 10.5 hours, gonna stop at a Planet Fitness tonight, get a great shower because I am soaked in sweat. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, it's a hot day out here. I don't like to run AC because of course it kills gas mileage, and try to save everything I can. So I'm gonna shower tonight, get in a good workout, and then tomorrow we're gonna wake up in Sunday in Chicago, and we're gonna enjoy the day in Chicago. But until then, let's hit the road. I have never hit traffic through here, and this is what it looks like. And according to Apple Maps, 49 minutes, if you could see that, 49 minutes worth of traffic. I just cannot win with traffic on this journey. In the Tennessee mountains, a place that I go through all the time. So while I sit in this standstill traffic, I figured I would just give you guys a quick rundown if you're not familiar with my different channels. So this channel is specifically designed, obviously, around my trucking business. And it is designed to showcase this business from the ground to the top. Basically, I started this channel about 2 months ago, and you know, I've been on the road now for 3.5 months. I've been in the business now for 6 months, and if you guys want the true backstory, like from the beginning of this, check out the very first video on this channel, because that's the video that I put out talking about this. But with all that like kind of being said, this channel is designed to give you guys like a raw behind the scenes life of, you know, a trucker. Right now, a box truck business, and then this whole business is turning into a semi-business as well. This is just step one. So that's kind of where we're starting at the moment. But that's this channel. And then my personal channel, which I've had for, gosh, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years. That is a channel that is my life. It's tech, lifestyle, motivation, and business. That is, and I'll make sure to link all this stuff, but that's a channel that I've had really since the beginning, before I ever knew what I was doing with filmmaking. That's kind of, it's always just been my channel to put stuff on there about life, what I'm working on, what I'm doing. And so for example, tomorrow when we're in Chicago, I'm going to be doing a vlog, and that Chicago vlog will go on my personal channel. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. But those are kind of the two channels. I have a couple other channels, but I'm not going to mention them on here because right now they're just not really a thing. But yeah, so that's kind of how the two channels integrate with each other. So I just wanted to let you guys know if you're not aware. Be sure to check out the very first video I've ever put on this channel if you want the backstory on this business and why we started this business.
1, 2, 3, final countdown, no time to breathe. Get your mind ready, your rhymes better be on to the teeth to be defeated by he, the one they call the GOAT, checkmate on the beat.
So we sat in that traffic for about an hour and 20 minutes, and what I thought was going to be an accident ended up just being construction. So literally right in the heart of the day, you're talking 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, the whole road was practically shut down for construction. But as you guys can tell, we are out and about. We are taking our 30-minute break. And you know, one of the biggest things that I'm keen on, especially, you know, when you're a trucker, you're sitting in your truck all day from sometimes 11 hours. And then even when you're off, you're still in your truck sleeping, you know, or you're in your truck living. So it's very crucial to get out of your truck. It's very crucial to walk and work out. And I've talked about this before as well, but I think as a trucker, the best thing that you can have is a Planet Fitness membership. You know, I've talked to various truck drivers and ones who have it, And it's just such a great thing. You know, you're going to Love's, you're going to TA, you're going to Pilot, you're spending $15 to take a shower. Literally, the Planet Fitness membership Black Card is $20 per month. So I get unlimited showers, I can work out whenever, I can sleep in the parking lot, I have a spa where I can get a massage, I can relax, I have a place to work if I want a nice relaxing place to work. So there's so many advantages to Planet Fitness, but just having that ability to move and not be stuck in your truck is crucial. So I love coming out to just rest areas or places I know I can stop and explore. Right here is a horse track, and I don't know what horse track. I'm in Kentucky, but I don't believe this would be the Derby, because that's in, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's in Lexington, and I'm not in Lexington. But just being able to come out here and just enjoy nature's beauty, get some fresh air, and walk is crucial. So just went to the bathroom, and we have about 25 minutes left until the end of our break. So I'm just gonna walk and just enjoy the sights and enjoy the fresh air, and then we'll get back on the road. We are about 5.5 hours from Chicago, which, guess what? It's a Planet Fitness. So let me tell you, tonight did not really go as I told you, because I changed my mind. Long story short was, we were just driving, had about 6 hours to go, and my mom called, and you know, moms know best, and she's like, hey, there is a special at Olive Garden, and it's $13.99 unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks. Yeah, so I changed my mind. I stopped at Olive Garden, and my cue to end driving for the night was a Planet Fitness literally less than 5 minutes from the Olive Garden. So I stopped. We're about 4 hours outside of Chicago. I've been off the clock since 7:30, meaning I will be back on the clock tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. We're going to drive to Chicago. With the 1 hour time change, we'll be there by about 8:30, 9 a.m., which is perfect, because then we are going to Planet Fitness. We are walking to the nearest train terminal. We're taking the train downtown. We're going to be spending the rest of the day in downtown Chicago.
I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
So it's Sunday night. I haven't updated you guys because today kind of did not go the way that I was anticipating it going. Originally, as I mentioned, I was supposed to take the train from Planet Fitness on CMAX Station downtown to Chicago, and then I was going to do a whole bunch of business stuff from the local coffee shop, and then take some time to just walk around and enjoy Chicago. Well, when I looked at the forecast this morning and I saw that it was supposed to rain the entire day, I decided that was not going to be the move. So instead, if you know me, you know I'm a diehard Pittsburgh fan. All Wakes teams, Penguins, Pirates, Steelers, because I'm originally from Pittsburgh. So my Steelers played the Chargers today. So I decided instead to go get some 50-cent wings from Applebee's. So I went to Applebee's, got myself some 50-cent wings, and they also have like these $2 margaritas, which are really good. So I did that, and then from there, I made my way closer to my drop and stopped at 24-hour Planet Fitness here. And now, for the first time all day, it is not raining, and I needed to find a place to get some work done. I could have done it at Planet Fitness because they have like a little like office section, but I didn't want to do that because I spend a lot of time at Planet Fitness, so currently walking about a half a mile from Planet Fitness to Starbucks and going to get the business stuff, which is a bunch of P&L stuff. I need to input my receipts for taxes. I got to do that. So I'm going to go there and do that. It's currently about 6 o'clock and they close at 8. So I have about 2 hours to get that done, and then we're going to walk back to Planet Fitness, get in a workout, and then go to bed because we have to be at our drop tomorrow. I called and requested an earlier drop because tomorrow is going to be a busy day and I want to get done sooner rather than later because we have an 8 p.m. scheduled drop. I'm hoping to get that moved up. I don't know if I can, but my first drop of the day, I was able to get moved up from 8 a.m. to 6 a.m. So we have a 6 a.m. drop. So I'm going to be on the road by 5:40, get up by 5:30. So definitely going to be a busy day. So I want to make sure that I get a good night's sleep tonight. But it's been a pretty nice, relaxing day. Watching my Steelers take a W. And right now we are walking through Lansing, Illinois. Never heard of it, but it's a pretty nice town. It's got some stuff around. It's got some unique stuff. I love seeing like older parts of town where they have so much history. So, but yeah, that's what today's been. Currently walking to Starbucks. I'm gonna finally get this P&L statement done. Good morning, guys. It is 5:40 a.m. We got up at 5:15. We're coming to the end of today's video. We are at the last step of the process, which is our drop. I'm going to be there right around 6 a.m. So before we can end the video, we've got to finish this load. So about to head to literal downtown Chicago, get dropped, end the video, and then with the next vlog, we are going from Chicago, Illinois to Groveport, Ohio, which is basically Columbus, which before Sam, my wife, and I moved to Miami 2 years ago, we lived in Groveport. So we're kind of having a heading back home party, and I'm going to be spending the night with my in-laws because the in-laws just live just a few minutes away from there. So I'm really looking forward to all that. But first, we got to handle business and get this load dropped. Alright guys, that is it. We are officially unloaded in Chicago. It was definitely, I don't like, and I don't think any trucker does, delivering downtown. Whether you're in a box truck or you're in a semi, it's always a nightmare. The roads are tight, low bridges, weight restrictions, and frankly just other people who just act like you're not even there and they cut you off, and just trying to drive downtown is always just a nightmare. But anyhow, I'm about a half a mile away from my drop. Just pulled into a Walgreens parking lot. Just submitted my BOL to my broker. It's a broker I've worked with many times, and I've said it before on here and I'm gonna say it again. Having a great relationship with a broker is one of the key factors in this business. If you have a great relationship with them, they'll continue to work with you, and especially on a broker like this, he really pays well. Normally, for most of the loads I work with this broker, I'm getting $2 plus per mile, but because the way the market is at the moment, this was a little bit less. I think without deadhead, it was about $1.50 per mile, so a little bit less. However, you know, sometimes taking those loads to continue to build that relationship, show you're trustworthy. Also, a big thing that I harp on a lot, which a lot of people don't seem to understand, is it's not about each individual load and the amount you're making. Sure, you want to make as much as possible on each load, but it's about the weekly average. So at the weekly average, if you're averaging $7,500 to $8,000 at the end of the week, or $6,500 to $7,500 a week. That's great. And you might have a few smaller loads mixed in, but you're also going to have some loads that pay close to $2 a mile, if not $2 a mile. And one last thing, because I just saw it last night on TikTok, is so many people right now just think that you're averaging $3 a mile in this industry. And the truth is you're not. Right now, the market isn't the best. $2 a mile is probably the high point, I would say, right now, and about $1.50 to $1.60 is about average. So if you're coming into this game, at least right now, which is October of 2024, that's kind of what you can expect. So with that being said, we are going to sign off on this video, and I'm literally about to hit record on the next video because we will be going from Chicago to Groveport, Ohio, just south of Columbus. So if you guys are liking what you see on these videos, please hit the like button. It means a lot to me. This is, something that I'm really trying to build, not for myself necessarily, but to really help others, because I've started this business from the ground up, and if I can help people along the way, and I know there's a lot of interest in this industry, then that's what I want to do. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please share it if you have anybody around who you know would like this content or is interested in this content. If you're looking for, another business to start, or maybe you're not necessarily looking to start your own trucking business, but just get into the industry in general. And lastly, of course, subscribe, because subscribing is how you're going to see the content moving forward. And moving content forward is exactly what we're trying to do here, just like the next video, which, as I mentioned, will be to Columbus. So if you want to see that video, hit the subscribe button. And as we sign off today, I just want to remind you guys that no matter what it is that you're going through, no matter what it is that you're trying to accomplish, you can do it with hard work. You got to trust the man above, trust the process, and most importantly, actually, it's not the most importantly, because God is most importantly, but one of the important things, you create your own story.
Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They ain't not taught to me never.